What's up? What's up? What's up, tribe? Let's go. Hold on. Let me get it together. Let's get it together. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Daylight savings. Did that hour kill y'all? That hour hurt me this morning. I ain't gonna lie. Well, actually, the hour hurt me yesterday. But baby, when I try to get up and go to work this morning, baby, what's up, El Teddy? But I will say this: I am appreciative of the fact that it is almost 7 o'clock and it's still light outside now. I do appreciate that. Let me do my roll call and we're gonna get into the things of things. El Teddy, you want to come up? You got time? You want to come up and talk about Kandi and the gang? Let me know. Lock Queen, what's up? Hey, Lady V. Hey, Powerful Anton. Hey, little baby. Little baby, did you get my message yesterday? Did you watch the replay from last night? If you didn't, I'll tell you in a minute. Today was my first day back in the office after 2 years. Oh my goodness. Ooh. And it was daylight savings. You lost the hour last night. Man, I know you was struggling. You haven't even watched the episode yet? Well, I don't want to ruin it for you, but I mean, it's not like, dramatic TV. Hope the start of everyone's week today was good. Cause what, Xavier? Your day wasn't good. Your Monday wasn't good. Oh my goodness, powerful! You need to write a journal entry about your first day back after 2 years. Woo! It was good. You were ready for the return. Just not used to wearing a mask all day. Yeah, it's hard. Listen, it's hard. You hate what you hate them for? What? Oh, daylight savings. When I saw DST, I thought you meant Delta Sigma Theta. I was like, what they do to you? But you mean daylight savings time? My bad. What's up, really? Hey, new Jones. I purposely set 5 alerts on 4 different devices. I know that's right. You didn't. Okay, so let me say this to Lube, and I remember what I meant to tell y'all yesterday. If y'all were here last night and I kept forgetting. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what I forgot to tell y'all yesterday because I might forget again. Lonnie said that she talked to the producers and there has been no final decision made about the real. So like pump your brakes. That's what I meant to tell y'all yesterday. But what I've learned about things like this is usually when there's smoke, there's fire. That story was reported on multiple media outlets. Oftentimes, the people who are on these shows are the last to know. So, I mean, I hope that the show, for the purposes of people having a job. But yeah, what's up, C Golden? What comes on TV tonight? Well, Monday nights we have The Secrets of Playboy. And then tonight there's the premiere right after Secrets of Playboy is The Secrets of Chippendales, honey. The Secret of the Chippendale Murders. This is a little more specific. So we'll be looking at that. Child. Okay. You watched the show, you gave it a 3.5. What's up, Face? Out of what? 5 or 10, child? Oh, my Monday is trash. I'm now the only person at my job wearing a mask, and then I clocked out early by accident instead of taking a. Oh, I'm sorry, Xavier. Oh, you write your journal every day. Okay. Oh, you faithful to your journal. Okay. All right. Ooh, all right. Well, let's go on and get into it. El Teddy ain't respond, so he might have just been dropping in to show some love. He'd be in and out of meetings because he might still be technically on the clock. So. But if he want to come through, he can come through. All right, now let me give Lil Baby what I need to give Lil Baby, and then we're going to get into Kandi. Okay, we're going to get into this Kandi situation. Okay? Please review the Chippendale. Oh, I am. Oh, we're going to talk about that. Oh, a 3. Dang, a 3 out of 10. Ooh, that's bad. So, Lil Baby, this is what I had to tell you, group. So I will have you know, as you probably paid attention because I know you be watching my reviews. Thank you for the love, group. You got a retro review Saturday night of A Different World and a Falcon Crest. You were going to get a Wire. And the reason why I'm singling out Lil Baby because she the one that be on me about my Wire reviews. So this is what had happened. Let me tell you what had happened. I actually went into my app. I went into the Wire. I went to the last episode that I had watched, and I could not remember if I had done a review on that episode or not. So I said, well, let me watch it again. Now, as I was watching it, I knew I had seen the episode before, but I've seen The Wire before. So I wasn't quite sure if I had seen it and reviewed it or what have you. So I'm watching it and I'm watching it and I'm watching it, and something happened like in the last 15 minutes of that episode that made me go, oh, I did do this review. I remember. Now, I had gone in. Now, let me be clear. Let me be honest with y'all. I had gone into my playlist and I checked before I started watching this episode, and I thought, because the last episode I reviewed was season 3, episode 2. I thought I was looking at episode 3, but I wasn't. I was looking at episode 2. So sometimes I'll watch, like especially with the retro reviews, sometimes I'll watch another episode and then either forget to do the review, not forget, but don't do the review. And sometimes I have to go back and take my notes again and rewatch it to make sure. What's up, Maud? Hey, boo. And so I wasn't sure if that was what it was, and I had watched this episode, but I just never did the review or whatever. So when I got to the end, yeah, we're on season 3. So when I got to the end, I got to the last 15 minutes, and I realized, oh, damn, I did do this review. Like something triggered that I remembered actually recording the review. I went back in and I double-checked, and I said, I am watching episode 2 and not episode 3. By the time I did all of this, little baby, it was like 10 o'clock at night. And if y'all go back and look on Saturday, I must have dropped. Oh, I forgot you and y'all were doing that live. Damn. I forgot y'all were going live at 7. You know, I don't like stepping on y'all feet. Oh, damn, y'all. I'm sorry. Damn. Tell y'all Katisse I'm sorry. I did not mean to step on y'all feet like that. I got home a little earlier, but I was moving slow, so I was just taking my time to get on live. I would have went live as soon as I got home. Damn. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Tell y'all I'm so sorry. Y'all know we try not to step on each other's toes because we share a lot of the same subscribers. So, sorry about that. So that's what happened to your Wire review, but you'll get it this week. I'm going to get you your Wire review this week. I promised y'all that I was going to try to do once a week, and I said I'm going to try to do it on Thursdays and do like a throwback Thursday, and then my reviews on Thursdays will be my retro reviews, but I can't commit to that because y'all know sometimes my reviews are just based on what I feel like watching, at least while I'm behind, because right now I'm behind on everything. So until I get caught up, it's going to depend on what I feel like watching, right? Anyway. So I wanted to let y'all know that that's why y'all didn't get a Wire this week. But I'm embarrassed. When I went back and looked at my playlist and saw when the last time I did a Wire review, I am embarrassed. And I absolutely owe y'all a bunch of Wires. Like, I owe y'all. I'm embarrassed at how long it's been since I've done a Wire. So we're going to get caught up. You've never seen The Wire, and I'm determined not to after the creator tweeted some bullshit. It's my own personal protest. Well, what did the creator tweet? I don't know what you're talking about, Xavier. Well, thank you for watching my reviews. All right, y'all, let's get into this Kandi situation. Tell me what the creator said, though. Give me that funky beat. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So last night we had episode 2. I owe y'all blood and water too. I do. I owe y'all blood and water. Listen, I owe y'all a lot. But it hasn't been, I've done blood and water since I've done a Wire review. But I'm getting caught up, y'all. Y'all saw on Saturday. Look, on Saturday, I was knocking them out. I think I did like 7 videos Saturday. Ciao. And if y'all know how much it takes to do these reviews, y'all will understand doing 7 reviews in one day is a lot. No, y'all, I am so sorry. I forgot about your live tonight. You know, I wouldn't have gone live. I would have gone live earlier. I wouldn't have done that. My bad. I apologize. You know, I don't like stepping on y'all's toes when, like I said, you know, we share a lot of the same subscribers. So I would have gone live earlier and then kicked everybody over to you. I'm so sorry. Right, El Teddy. So my bad, y'all. But El Teddy and y'all are going to be on y'all Katisse's channel, and they are going to be breaking down the Ryan Coogler situation. Isn't that what y'all going to be talking about, the Ryan Coogler situation? And for those of you that follow El Teddy, you know he is going to have a whole sugar spike. So I will not be offended if y'all go over there and go watch their live. I really won't be, because we ain't doing nothing but talk about Kandi, child. But him and Yakutis are going to be discussing that whole situation with Ryan Coogler and the Bank of America fiasco. He said that black writers aren't necessary for black shows. I would have to see the whole thing in context. Yeah. Yeah. Because I feel like I know what he was saying. Yeah, I need to see it in context. Anyway, what pulls my teeth says, and that was some bull. Well, maybe, like I said, let me read it. Whatever, face. Whatever. And as a black writer, I felt very offended that people think it's okay to have diversity in front of the camera and not behind it. I agree with that. And I can agree with that. And I'm only going to say this. The only reason why I'm saying I want to see the whole thing in context is because, and you know better than I do, Xavier, so you'll feel free to get me together if I'm wrong in what I'm getting ready to say. I know that The Wire originally was written by, it was originally a newspaper article written by a white man that evolved into a book that evolved into a TV show. So I'm not sure if that was coming from a personal space of this is something that I created and I know it better than anybody else, including a black person, because it's mine. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's why I said I need to see it in context. I mean, if he was just being an asshole and he was just like, hell nah, you know, only black people, you know, white people can, then that's a different thing. But I need to see it in context. Anyway, hello? Hold on, y'all. I think somebody just came in my house. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I heard somebody come in and then they went back out, and I was like, hello, hello, and nobody was saying nothing. You got listen. I was like, wait a minute, let me make sure ain't nobody creeping in my house. You know, somebody come up behind me. All right. Yeah, Philip is rude. So let's get into it. So the episode opens up. We're back down to the Kandi spot, and we meet two more people, right? We meet Patrick and we meet Melvin. Now, Patrick and Melvin are both godsons of Kandi. Melvin is the kitchen manager. We find out that Melvin. Oh Lord, the wire. Oh, see, this going from bad to worse. See, I can't defend that. Oh Lord. I can't defend that. All right, yeah, send me that one because I want to read that one too. Xavier. So let's do a whole train of thought off. So Melvin, we find out that Melvin is a kitchen manager. He started off as a dishwasher and he worked his way up. He did go to culinary art school that Todd had to let us know that Kandi paid for. I don't care who paid for it. If he's using it, then so what? It was money well spent. And let's be clear, like Kandi said, he stays with us because he's loyal. Absolutely. Because with his culinary arts degree, he could go within reason anywhere. Like there are jobs that are open to him. And it don't sound like he's making no whole lot of money. Yeah, Kandi does have a deceased brother, and Patrick may have been named after him. Because Patrick was born when Kandi was already, after her brother had already passed away. So that may very well be who he's named after. Now, Patrick now Melvin seems like that he is very much, working, earned his way. That this wasn't just like nepotism, like he has the credentials to back up and justify him working in the kitchen. He worked his way up from a bus boy to be the kitchen manager, because again, my sister is a chef, and so I understand that all of that is a very real part of how it goes. Like, you can have your degree, but you still starting on salads, okay? And you're gonna work your way up from salads to chef, executive chef, or whatever. He could be making bank somewhere else. Kandi, I just read that. The way he ran down on OLG pay, I doubt he is. Well, I saw him pull up in that Benz, though. Did you see him pull up in that Benz? I said, oh, well, they might not be making no money, but Melvin looked like he high. Now, mind you, Kandi might have bought him the Benz, too. I don't know. Kandi seemed like the kind of person that rather than give you cash, she would just give you a car. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Todd is cheap, and Kandi, that's why they were. Oh, Todd is cheap like Kandi, child. Well, we knew that last week after that man said he didn't get a generator. Todd got on my nerves talking about paying for his culinary degree as if he benefit from it. Right. And again, it's no disrespect to Melvin, okay? But I'm pretty certain that Melvin did not go to the Cordon Bleu. So we're not talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? We're talking about probably about the same amount of money Kandi to spend on your daughter, okay? But moving on. Moving right along. So, then we meet Patrick. Now, listen. Patrick and Melvin, they live together in the apartments right across the parking lot from the OLG. And I remember those apartments, and I'm going to tell you why I remember those apartments. And El Teddy, you in the chat, you might not be anymore, but if you're still in the chat, you can co-sign on this. That particular location of OLG, there is a parking lot behind there, but there are signs up, and I didn't think we could park on that lot. And so we didn't park on that lot because there were signs up about getting towed. There was signs up about residents parking, and we saw the apartment building. So I knew what he was talking about when he said right across the parking lot. Now, at first I was like, Kandi probably owned that damn building. But then I was like, nah, that building was probably there before Kandi bought OLG, but Kandi probably paying their rent. Anyway, but they live together. They're roommates, and the apartment looked like it looked like an old building, and they were renovated to make apartments. That's what it looked like. You know how they do. Not DeVry or Platt College. I'm sure he went to a pretty good culinary art school. On birthday, Mama Joy said he could fry some chicken. You ain't got to go to culinary art school to fry chicken. Hell, I don't even cook that much, and that's one of the things I can do. Remember, Todd ain't even want Kandi to help out his own daughters, so he for sure not going to like her helping her family. Yeah, I mean, I think Todd's mindset is the handout. I don't think Todd has a problem with people, quote unquote, earning their money. I just think he's so stuck on people not being spoiled and people appreciating what's happening and not taking advantage of the handout. I think because that's the impression I got about his daughter, which was like, listen, I don't have no problem helping you, but I want you to appreciate what you're getting. I don't want you to take it for granted. And I want you to notice, like, I don't want you to waste my money just because you know I have money to waste or Kandi got money to waste. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, look at his daughter. She moved to New York and she was back in Atlanta within 6 months. She's all over the place. And so I think Todd's thing is, as long as we keep giving her a soft landing, she ain't going to figure it out. And let's be clear, Kandi does do a lot for her family. Kandi does do a lot for her family. And in some cases, it's appreciated. In a case like Melvin, I think it's appreciated. And I think Melvin is doing what he's supposed to be doing. But then in a case like, y'all remember what Mama Joyce did when Kandi, after she begged and pleaded for that house and threw a tantrum and got mad at Kandi about that house. And then she tore the house up and Kandi still ended up having to buy her another house. I think that's the kind of shit that Todd gets irritated with. And let's be clear. What we don't know and what we don't see is what Kandi says to him behind the scenes. Because remember that one reunion, I don't know if it wasn't Kandi's first reunion. It was like maybe her second or third reunion. When they got down and dirty about Kandi and her mama and how her mother has taken advantage of her and got credit cards in her name and ran up bills at different department stores in her name, and Kandi had to go behind her and clean that mess up. So that's what we're not seeing. So I'm giving Todd the benefit of the doubt that some of that stuff, it comes off the way it comes off on camera. But we don't know what Kandi's saying to Todd behind these people's back. We don't know how much complaining he's doing. And yes, he goes, and Kandi does do that. Kandi loves to let other people do her dirty work. She does it with Don Juan. She does it with Todd. So I'm going to give Todd the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say that some of what I think Todd says publicly is the shit that Kandi says privately, but that's my opinion. Hold on, let me read some of this stuff. Let me read some of these comments. His comments is coming through. Remember Todd didn't... Oh, I read that. Okay, that's where I left off. He acting like as if he's paying for it. His school wasn't even a good investment. As if paying for his school wasn't a good investment. Todd needs to stay out of blood family business. As an in-law, know your place. I disagree with that, but okay. Todd grew up in Harlem, so his mind thought is different. He had to hustle for what he got. I'm sorry, but I would feel a type of way about my cousin's husband talking about what she was doing for me before he married into our family. But it wasn't before he married into the family. This is recent. Melvin is not even that old. I don't even think Melvin is 30. This is recent. It was season 6. Okay. Wasn't that the same season Portia dragged Kenya? Child, I can't keep up with all that now. Y'all asking me to remember specific things that happened at reunions out of 12 seasons, 13 seasons. Child, I can't do that. But, and I hear what y'all are saying, but I'm also one of those people that feels like, and again, I could be wrong in this, but I'm also one of those people that feels like I get having blood family, but I also feel like once we're married, this is not like the priority is this house. The priority is this house. And yes, that's your mama, that's your cousin, that's your godchild. But if we are a family now, if we are together now, yes, it's you've made 90% of the finances, but I think that I'm just not one of those people that feel like you should be holding finances over your spouse. I just have a problem with that. And I understand, because if it were vice versa, I wouldn't want Todd to be holding it over Kandi's head. Like if Kandi were the one trying to tell him, if Todd was the one with the money and Kandi was trying to talk to him about taking care of the whole family and spending the money and, doing so much for everybody. Did y'all see on last night's episode, Kandi is doing for everybody in that family. Kandi is taking care of her whole fucking family. That's how people go broke. That is how people go broke, taking care of the whole damn family. Kandi probably feels guilty when she doesn't help. Right, and they make her feel guilty. We've seen Mama Joyce do it. We have seen Mama Joyce pull that guilt trip on Kandi. We have seen her do it. So that's what Kandi grows up. That's what Kandi grew up with. I feel like Kandi doesn't discuss things she does for other people with Todd beforehand. I agree. I can feel that. I can agree with that. I feel like that could be true. But that's all I'm saying. Like, I feel like once you get married, it's different. Now, when Kandi was single and she was spending her money how she wanted to spend her money, fine. But we're married now, and I get it that 90% of that money is yours. That's fine. But that still doesn't mean that I get to be left out of the finances. And at the end of the day, you can't save everybody. What's up, Soul Firm? What's up? You can't save everybody. You can't take care of everybody. Look, ask MC Hammer. That's how he went broke, trying to give everybody a job and employ everybody. You can't do it. But anyway, we're gonna get to that. That's why her family don't like Todd and gave him hell. They didn't want their great exactly. That's why she only paying $12 an hour, because she's taking care of the whole family. Right. Well, that's the problem Todd got with her, I think. Yeah. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna get into that. But anyway, so I keep wanting to say Melvin. Patrick runs the parking lot. Now listen. Let me say this. Parking lots make money. If you own a parking lot and you're in the right part of the right city, you're going to make money. You're good. You're golden. I've actually talked to friends who have looked into buying parking lots or building a parking lot. Listen, I ain't taking nothing away from that. The problem is, sir, you don't own that parking lot. You are literally sitting in a lawn chair. Did y'all see when they showed that man sitting in a lawn chair charging people $10 to come up on that lot? Look, first of all, Patrick, where the hell were you when I was trying to eat at the old lady game and we was looking for parking? Because your ass wasn't sitting in that lawn chair out front. You were not there, sir. You were not there that day. Which makes me think that maybe part of that storyline is a little inflated. But okay, because you wasn't nobody out there. It wasn't no signs about parking. It wasn't nothing about that when I was there. And mind you, it was me, Ebby, and El Teddy in the car. So if I didn't see it, Ebby saw it. If Ebby didn't see it, El Teddy saw it. And all three of us were looking for parking. And we circled that parking lot 3-4 times. Like I said, we even went up in there where that parking lot is. And I was like, y'all, I don't know about this because it's signs. We might get told back here. And we didn't park there. So I'm just saying, Patrick, you wasn't there that day. I don't know where you were. Patrick is also a self-admitted, now he called himself a gigolo. I feel like that's a kind of dated word, but you a player, Now he got a girlfriend now. He said he ready to settle down now, but child. Todd's still bitter about the terms of the prenup, and he trying to preserve the funds post-marriage. Child. But knowing Todd's issues with the family to keep the peace, he should let Kandi fight her own battles. But again, we don't know what's being said behind closed doors. We don't know what Kandi is saying to Todd about all this stuff. We don't know. A lot look like I don't want to be caught there after midnight. I love the term gigolo. Oh, that lot. Yeah, well, that neighborhood, if you want to know the truth of the matter, I mean, I'm just saying. So we meet them. Then we meet, well, we don't meet, but we revisit Brian. We met Brian last week. Brian is the former bartender, server who left to start his own food truck situation. Now, Brian is back. Brian looks like the kind of server that you like to have when you go to a restaurant. He's fun. He's got jokes. He's very personable. And he looks like he's pretty efficient at his job. Like, he knows how to work his tables. He knows how to get people in and get people out. Now, he shows up at his first day back, and he don't even know who he's supposed to report to. Now, that's a problem. And I put that on everybody. I put that on Kandi, who asked him to come back, because you should have told him who he needed to report to. I put that on Brandon and on Philip. How do you have a new hire starting, and he don't even know who he's supposed to report to? He don't know where he's supposed to go and all of that. He left to start his own thing. That's what he said. He said he left to start his own thing. He wanted to start his own food truck, do his own thing. So once again, we see cracks in this whole structure that y'all have going on. So Philip walks up to talk to Brian. I don't know about bringing back ex-employees. It just depends on why they left. People leave jobs for what. I've gone back to jobs before that I quit, but I always leave in decency and order. I always give a notice, and I always work my last day like it was my first day. So I don't burn bridges, and I've gone back to jobs before for whatever reason. I don't burn bridges though. I don't do that. I hate the bathroom rug over Ryan. Well, Ryan told you it was a toupee. Now, Ryan said that he got the toupee on his head, but yeah, that whole thing he had over his shoulder was a lie. But Brian seems like a lie, right? So Philip, he finally walks up to Brian and he's like, let me talk to you. I'm gonna show you where your station is. And Brian tells him, oh, well, I normally work a station upstairs and downstairs. And Philip was like, I'm gonna show you your station. Okay. So Brian goes downstairs and Philip shows him his station. And Brian is talking, joking about different things and this, that, and the other. And Ryan is like, Philip is like, So he asked Brian, something along the lines of, I just want to make sure you're in the right headspace to be here. Like what is your headspace that you're in right now? Something. And Brian was like, well, I'm all over the place. Like my headspace is everywhere. So that lets you know right there that Brian is just flaky. Okay, Brian, but he was honest about it. He's like, I'm just all over the place. I'm just all over the place. Now, while we had that going on, we'll get back to Brian because I feel like Philip was doing a lot in that scene, but that wasn't his over-the-top scene. We'll get to his over-the-top scene. I feel like he could have been nicer. I feel like he didn't have to be rude. He didn't have to do all of that. When Brian told you that he normally works the upstairs and the downstairs, and you didn't want him to work both, that's fine. That's within your purview. But I mean, you could have smiled. You could have shook the man's hand. You could have welcomed him back. Like, just Philip is just doing too much. But I got something for Philip. We're gonna get to him. Oh Lord, when he talked about Tauren's sausage being too big, baby, a lot. Okay, the most. So Philip was a whole a-hole this whole time, as far as I was concerned. He was. So now while we had that going on, I kind of skipped ahead a little bit. We see Dominique and Brandon go out on their date. Now let me say this. I hope this is all part of the storyline because there are so many things wrong with with Dominique and Brandon dating. There are so many things wrong with this. First of all, Kandi, you're opening yourself up to a lawsuit because that man is her direct supervisor. And by law, that is sexual harassment. Because the minute he asked her, what's up, Danny? Hey, Vovo. Hey, DMV. The minute he asked her out on a date, the fact that he is her direct supervisor, there's an implied threat there. And the implied threat is, if you don't go out on this date, I can fire you. Because technically, he has the power to do that. So the implied threat is, I got to go out on this damn date whether I want to or not. And it doesn't matter whether she's willing to do it, because the minute there's an issue, they have an argument, they break up, there's a fight, whatever, now you spill it over into the workplace, and either A, he going to fire her, or B, he's going to make her life miserable. You have opened, and like I said, I hope this is just part of the storyline, because you have opened yourself up to a serious lawsuit. And honestly, it's really not a cute storyline. Now, they were co-workers that were just there together. Sorry about that. Agree, really be the power imbalance makes it a legal landmine. Exactly. And so again, this is just something for the TV show, and both of them signed off on it, and it's just for the, it's for our entertainment. That's one thing. But if this is really how that shit went down, or it was really something real going on, not cute. And Kandi, you know better. So that's why I tend to feel like this is just a storyline. I'm gonna tell you another reason why I think this is a storyline. Because when Tauren, Chandrika, whatever child name is, and Dominique were at his apartment, and they was kind of just shooting the shit. 1 minute they was talking about the restaurant and him coming back, and she was warning him about Philip. And then out of nowhere, and again, this could have been editing, but out of nowhere, he looks at her and goes, "So girl, who you dating these days?" And I was like, really? Right after we just had the date with her and Brandon, he just gonna totally out of nowhere change the subject. Y'all were talking about the sky being blue, and now all of a sudden he turns to her and asks her about who she dating. Now, granted, Chandrika got a whole fiance, so he probably wouldn't ask her that question. But why he ain't ask her about the wedding? Y'all set a date, how the plan's going, how's it going, and like gradually working into the conversation. But for him to just turn to her like that, I said, oh, this was so obvious to me. And I mean, I don't know, maybe it's me. She needs to make all her employees take standard harassment training. Well, that should be a part of the onboarding for that should be part of the onboarding process, but I'm sure they're not. Yeah. You felt that way too? Yeah. I just think that this is a storyline because that just seemed that just seemed real obvious that they were trying to build up this whole. And then when they went out to for drinks later on and they were rearranging the seating arrangement so the two of them would be sitting next to each other, I was like, okay, y'all are really pressing this. Y'all are really, really, really pressing this. The OLG say they don't see Dom like that, so I don't think he's there that often. Oh no, he's not there that much. He said that. He said, I mean, none of them are there that much. That's how the damn restaurant got the way it got because they said that in last week's episode that Kandi and them stopped showing up. Like they stopped coming around. They left them up to their own devices and it went to shit. I mean, they said that. This us a boo company, black owned and operated. So that's what had happened with that. So the other thing that Tauren talked about, like I said, he was talking about coming back and, you know, how he's excited to come back because he don't like the way he left. And he really just wants to sort of, I guess, vindicate himself. And he really did like the job. It just got overwhelming for him. And he knows that he handled it wrong, you know, the way he handled how he left. Now, Tauren is the one that wouldn't get another job out of me. It doesn't sound like Brian left in a bad way. But it does sound like Tauren left in a bad way. And Chandrika is warning Tauren about Philip. Now, I saw some other reviews today, and people felt like Tauren acted the way he acted because Chandrika gave him this warning, but I don't think so. I think Tauren acted the way he acted because of Philip's nasty ass, but we're going to get to Philip. So, the other thing, because I'm all over the place, y'all, because, you know, one thing has been leading me to another thing. When they were, oh, no, I ain't got to that yet. Okay, I'm not as far off as I was. Okay. So we see Melvin. Now, here's the family dynamic. Melvin is Aunt Bertha's grandson. So we saw him going over Aunt Bertha's house. And they was cooking and stuff. And we find out that Kim, who was a former manager at the OLG, is Melvin. Is it Melvin's mama or Melvin's auntie? But that's Aunt Bertha's daughter as well. And we found out that she was the manager down to the OLG until Mama Joyce cussed her out. Now, I'm going to just be honest with y'all. I believe that Aunt Joyce cussed that woman out. I believe that. And then she tried to stage a coup because when she quit, she said, "Who coming with me?" Allegedly. She said, "Who coming with me?" Oh, that is Melvin Mama? Okay. And that's when Mama Joyce said she got mad. And Kandi said that bothered her too. Like, you know, if you want to leave, that's fine. But how you going to ask other people to come with you? So they were having an intervention with Miss Winnie to try to resolve the problem and resolve the issue. So they get over to Kandi house, in her guest house. Notice they was not in Kandi main house. They was in her guest house. I don't know. Have we ever filmed in Kandi main house? Because Kandi good for making us go down to that guest house, honey. And I ain't mad at her. If I had a guest house that was as big as my, you know, y'all be filming down there too. Y'all wouldn't be in my main house. Got my candle of the day, y'all. The candle of the day is banana bundt cake. Y'all know I love my banana. Abby hates banana, but I love banana. Okay. Tauren took advantage of circumstances and left in an unprofessional way. He did. So Melvin is Aunt Bertha's son. Okay. Oh no, Melvin is Aunt Bertha's son's son. Okay. Well, see. Anyway, Kim is Aunt Bertha's daughter, and Melvin is Aunt Bertha's grandson. I can't do the family. I can't get too deep into the family tree. Now, Kim showed up, and she said that she didn't appreciate the way what Mama Joyce said to her. She had proof of it, and she knew exactly where to find it. She said it's on Facebook, and she proceeds to. She on Facebook looking for it, and she scrolling all through her phone. She never did find it, child. They finally just said, okay, whatever. Now, the whole time she talking about how Mama Joyce said that she need to get out of her effing kitchen and she need to stay out of her effing restaurant. And Mama Joyce said that's an effing lie because I don't even act like that with my restaurant. Now, that's when I knew Mama Joyce was lying. Mama Joyce, you absolutely act like that's your restaurant. I could tell that from all the way over here through the screen that you act like that's your damn restaurant. Don't play games with me. Don't play no games with me. That's when I knew she was lying. You do act like that's your restaurant. You always act like that everything that belongs to Kandi belongs to you. We have seen that for years. We have seen that for years. So you mean to tell me that I think that something that got your face on the front of it, you don't think you own? Ma'am, bye. Bye. I ain't see the episode and I wasn't there either. But like Xavier said, Mama Joyce cussed her out. Right. Right. You do need a whole family tree. I need a whole chart to put up for this damn show. Aunt Nora was irritated. Yes, honey. Now, Aunt Nora was nodding her head the whole time Mama Joyce was talking. And Kim was like, I don't know why Aunt Nora nodding. Okay, let me stop before I get into my rant acting. Because when I tell you that this was the best part of this whole episode, and when I tell you that this episode, this scene did it for me, I don't care what else happened in this episode, this scene did it. This scene right here did it. Right here. So Kim gonna turn and say, I don't know why Aunt Bertha over there nodding her head and mumbling under her breath. She wasn't even there. Aunt Nora was like, I'm going by what Joyce told me. So I don't know who you think you're talking to. And Kim was like, I'm talking to you because you weren't even there. So you need to stay up out of this. And Aunt Nora stood up and was like, how you trying to carry it? What you doing? What you doing? And Kim stood up too and was like, what you trying to do? Go to church. Now that must be some old Atlanta shit. Go to church. But she told her to go to church. And I feel like when she told her to go to church, she might as well say kiss my ass. Because when she said go to church, baby, Aunt Nora tried to go to church with a foot up her ass. And baby Kandi and Winnie was in the middle trying to break it up. And Aunt Nora was trying to get to Kim. And Kim was on the other side doing one of these numbers like, what you want to do? What you want to do? And baby, they tried to listen. Kandi said, everybody think that Aunt Nora is the nice one, but what they don't know is Aunt Nora is the one that be around here kicking ass. It's usually the quiet ones. The quiet ones are usually the ones that you need to worry about. It's usually the quiet ones, y'all. The ones making all the noise usually ain't the whole. They're not the ones. It's the ones that's quiet. Baby, when Aunt and first of all, can we rewind to Aunt Bertha when Mama Joyce was cussing and she kept saying, I never said it was my fucking restaurant because it wasn't my fucking da-da-da-da-da. Can we go back to Aunt Bertha going, why are you doing all that cussing though? Aunt Bertha looked like she was so disturbed by that cussing. She looked like her feelings was so hurt by all that cussing. Child. What's up, Ebs? Yes, my mic is turned on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can't hear me, Abby? My mic is on. You can't hear me? If you can't hear me, it's you, because we've been talking for 47 minutes, child. Kandi said her mom is the youngest of 14 kids, and she has over 80 cousins. Oh, my God. She better stop trying to take care of everybody. Yeah, she better stop. The fact that Kim was going to fight her own auntie triggered me, brought me back to my days in Boston. Listen, I ain't going to lie. When Aunt Nora stood up and Kim stood up, I said, oh, they really about to do this. And baby, they went back and forth. And finally, they had to break it up. And Kandi was like, yeah, I think bringing Kim back into the restaurant at this point in time is probably not a good idea. No, Kandi, it's not. That's the smartest thing your ass done said the whole night. It is not. Now it's better since you leaned in Well, Abby, it might be you because everybody else said it sound echoey. Nah, Kim ain't back down though. Kim didn't back down. Yes, Nora did say that. She said she gonna drop it like she did the last time she threw her ass down. So I feel like Kim and Aunt Nora, this ain't their first rodeo. This ain't their first rodeo. So, baby, next thing you know, and listen, and Aunt Nora was doing one of these numbers. Like, I could still see the steam coming up off of her head after they broke them up and got everybody calmed down. Baby, I could see the steam lifting right here. I could see the steam. When he gonna try to make them hug? Talking about something, can we at least hug? Baby, Kim said, I think it's too soon for all that. Nora was like, yeah, she better stay over there. I said, damn. But here is the funny part. The funny part was, once this whole situation was over, Mama Joyce was like, listen, I got some cold cuts and some chicken wings over there, and y'all better not let my money go to waste. So y'all need to go over there and y'all need to get y'all some cold cuts. Y'all need to get y'all some chicken wings. Next thing you know, Aunt Bertha, Aunt Nora, and Mama Joyce is over there eating their chicken wings and packing them to-go boxes. Aunt Bertha talking about something, yeah, this will be my lunch for tomorrow. And you see Kim trying to slide her ass over there to get a chicken wing. She's sliding over there trying to find out if she can get close enough to get a chicken wing or whether Aunt Nora gonna smack the shit out of her. You saw her sliding over there to get that damn chicken wing. And Kandi and Winnie are on the couch hackling because that is me. Kandi said, see, this is what I'm talking about. Now, 5 minutes ago, they was ready to fight each other. Now look at them over there eating chicken together. Now, next thing you know, you look up all of them over there eating the damn chicken. I said, I don't know where that chicken was from. Maybe the chicken was from the OLG. I don't know. But baby, they was, what's up, Star? Baby, they was over there eating that chicken. I said, the fact that they didn't hug really solidified how, oh no, I believe that. Let me tell you something. I absolutely believe that whole situation happened. I believe that situation happened. I believe that there's history there. I believe everything that Mama Joyce, that Nora, when she said that she done dropped her before, I believe it. I believe it's been physical before, and I believe Mama Joyce cussed that woman out. Niece or no niece. I believe all of that. I believe they really was in there about to fight. I don't believe that was fake. I think that shit was real for real. Now, do I think they would have actually put their hands on each other if Kandi and them hadn't been there? I don't know about that part. But I believe that I believe it got heated. Now, that part I believe. I believe it got heated. Okay. Melvin Friday, child. What's up, Ella? Child. Right, just dysfunctional. So, Joyce gets it from Nora. Child. Well, they all feisty. You can just see that they are all feisty. You can see that they feisty. Kandi is the one I'm surprised that she ain't get none of it. You gotta definitely be pushing Kandi against the wall before her to come out fighting. Yes, I love me some OLG. They fight in 1 minute running on for the food. Right. I said, this is some, if this ain't some crazy shit. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. My family's not like that. But I have seen families like that. So, that was, for me, that was the funniest part of the whole damn episode. So now, back over to the OLG. The crew is going out for drinks. Brian, the dude that came over from Blaze, what's his name? Felipe. I don't know. I think I just made that up. I might have just made that up. That's exactly your family. I've seen families like that. And I've had friends tell me, don't say nothing. Don't get in it. Just wait. Just chill out. Just say nothing. I mean, I've had friends. I got family like that. Your this food would keep y'all together. All them hitters, I see why Kandi run crying. Rashard, that's it. I couldn't think of. Child, I just be making up people's name. Felipe. Okay, so we met Philip's boyfriend. He's from Brazil. Philip gonna have the nerve to ask him, do you think I'm mean? And Felipe said yes at first, But then when Philip looked at him and was like, for real, he gonna back up to some psych. No, ain't no psych. I'm just playing. No, you wasn't playing. You meant that shit. He rude. And he probably rude to your ass. I mean, he cute though. Felipe is a little cutie. He's a little cutie. So Rashard, thank you. So we have Rashard, Patrick, Shaniki Lolo, Dominique, Brandon, Brian. Melvin was supposed to come, but we ain't see Melvin. Melvin was somewhere frying that chicken for his mama. I don't know where Melvin was. But Melvin didn't make it. Now, what we find out is, and Tauren was there. Now, when they all are talking about going out for drinks, Philip walks up on them. Brandon and Philip walk up, and they ask Brian asked Philip, like, oh, do you go out? And here's where Ryan is unnecessarily rude. He gonna say, not with you. What the fuck does that mean? Listen, again, do I agree that it's probably not the most professional thing for him to do to go out with his staff? It's probably not. And he does need to keep that line there. But there's a way of saying that without being so rude, Philip. You could have said that in so many different ways without coming off the way you came off. You could have been like, nah, y'all got that. You could have said, well, I don't, I want y'all to feel free to say whatever it is that y'all need to say. So no, I don't tend to go out, and you do that so they don't ask you again. You know what I'm saying? And again, let's be clear. Nobody wanted you there. They was only asking because your ass walked up while they was talking about it and they was being polite. Because let's be clear, they ain't want you to come. You should have called they bluff and said you was coming. Because they didn't. They probably would have changed the date, the location, and the time if you actually said you was coming and you'd have been sitting there by your damn self. Because they really didn't want you there. Let's be clear. Chandrilla need to find a job. We about to get to Miss Chandrilla, child. What's up, Markel? Hey, boo. Philip walk around like he got a pebble in his shoe, child. My mother is the Mama Joyce of our family. My aunt is Aunt Nora, and my mom's sister isn't speaking to this day. It's my mom's fault. Oh, Lord, Cali girl. Child. That's a mess. Uh-oh. Xavier. I couldn't work for him either. Hell nah. I couldn't work for him. He's rude. I mean, he's just unnecessarily rude. Like, I had a supervisor like that one time, and baby, we got into it. Ooh, we got into it one time. Because she said something, and I was like, why do you have to be so rude? Like, you don't have to talk to people like that. And she called me into her office, and baby, we had it out. Do you hear me? We had it out. I thought I was going to get written up. Or shit, fired for that matter, because we had it out. Because I said, there's no need to talk. Because she said, it wasn't even me she was talking to. She was talking to my cube mate. Like, we had a cubicle, but somebody I shared the cubicle with. And I must have mumbled under my breath, and she heard me. And she was like, is there something you want to say? And I said, yes. I said, it's so unnecessary for you to talk to people like that. She was like, in my office. All right. Shit, if you thought... If I didn't hold my tongue in front of everybody, what the hell you thought was going to happen when we got behind closed doors? Now, in hindsight, I was dumb and young, and I probably could have been more tactful. I mean, I didn't get fired, but... Oh, Lord, Nico, you know what? You ain't lying. You ain't lying, no, Nico. You ain't lying. So... They get to the little drinks or whatever. And we find out that Shaquani Woe and Patrick used to have a little thing. Now Patrick said all it was sex. And Shanika said that the sex was whack. So I don't know. But it's clear that it wasn't like a relationship. It was just like a little booty call thing. And she wasn't getting what she needed out of it, and so it didn't last long. So I don't know. So, and I'm gonna tend to believe her on this one because Patrick does seem like he a player, and he does seem like women basically throw themselves at him, and men generally don't try real hard. The men that know that they can get any woman they want, or they don't have any shortage of women throwing themselves at them, they tend to not try real hard, child. She was trying to punk you. She ain't punk. Listen, it got ugly. I ain't gonna, like I said, I just knew I was getting fired. Like, I just knew that when I came back to work the next day, that they was gonna call me down to HR, baby. I just knew. Woo! Yeah, exactly, Cams. Exactly. Because that's exactly right. And that's how stuff gets, that's how it gets, it builds up. So the other thing that happened at this dinner was Shaniki Woe, she started complaining about how much they get paid and how they don't make a whole lot of money. And how they don't make a whole lot of money. Thank you, L Love. Thank you so much. And how the people down to the Family Dollar are making more money than they making. She said they're making like $12.50 an hour. The people at the Family Dollar making $17 an hour. And Patrick was just sitting there like, my loyalty always gonna be to Old Lady Gang. Like that's what my you know what I'm saying? And baby, no sooner than he got his happy ass back to the Old Lady Gang the next day, he was telling it. He was telling it. Do you hear me? And Kandi says she don't even halfway come to work. How she gonna complain about how much she gets paid? All the more reason why I don't understand why she has a job. If she's rude, disrespectful, and don't halfway come to work, why she still got a job, Kandi? I work for the state, and everyone knows there are two personalities in me. It's up to them which one they get, including my boss and her director. I'm not young, but I'm not. Oh, I am. I'm not young, but I'm not dealing with rudeness. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Blood is thicker than water. Listen, he was supposed to go back and tell Kandi. That's why you got to be careful about who you invite, and you got to remember who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because we all cool, we all work together, at the end of the day, y'all got to remember who Patrick is. Y'all can't get so comfortable with him being your homeboy and being cool that you forget that his aunt owned the damn restaurant. I'm sorry. Or godmama, whoever. Like, y'all know he just a glorified parking lot attendant. Like, he runs the parking lot. Of course, his loyalty is to the woman that gave him the job. So while this is going on, Tauren shows up for his first day back at the job. He goes to talk to Don Juan, and that's when we find out that he left the job. He blamed it on the Roni Ron, but then he got caught all over social media doing everything else he wanted to do after he done quit the job. And they said he didn't even he just stopped showing up for work. So he didn't even get him no kind of notice. He didn't give him any type of real explanation. He just stopped coming to work. So yeah, under those circumstances, he wouldn't have got his job back from me. But I'm pretty sure that all of this is for the purposes of the show, that he's getting his job back and all of that. But I will say this too. I do remember, and when OLG first opened up, remember they used to always be on Instagram clips of their lives, of their karaoke nights, of their, live music, live events. Like and remember they used to have, celebrities would come through and participate and stuff. So I do feel like that's something that they're missing. But let's be clear, Tauren is not the only person in Atlanta that can do that. Kandi said the $12 an hour was a lie. I believe it was probably a lie. I would have been embarrassed to come back too, Nico. I would have been embarrassed to come back. If you left that way, yeah, I would have definitely been embarrassed to come back. That's why I'm not saying anything to my coworkers. I tell my friends work business. Exactly. That's why I said that in my review. That's why I do not allow people that I work with. I don't care how cool we are. I don't care how much we get along at work. I don't care how much fun we had together. I don't care how much we hang out outside of work. We can't be Facebook. We can't be social media friends. If you find me on social media, you just had to find me. But we ain't friends. I'm not adding you. I'm not requesting you. If you send me a request, it will sit in purgatory. It will sit with all the rest of them Facebook requests and Instagram in purgatory. Okay? No, ma'am. My personal Instagram, I have it set that I have to approve you. Now, my ReallyBTV Instagram, sure, come on, let's join the party. But my private Instagram, which I hardly really am even really on anymore, but that. So he talked to Don Juan, and Don Juan told him, listen, you need to go on up to the little event area. We've renovated it, so you need to go get a lay of the land, go check it out, see what you need to see so you can figure out what types of events you want to start throwing. He said, I am ready. I got my tool belt. I got my toolkit. I'm ready to make it happen. So he goes up into the space, and Philip is in there working. And Tauren says, oh, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know anybody was in here. I'm just taking some measurements. Don't mind me. So I feel like Tauren's energy was appropriate. We can be social media friends if and only if you do something highly illegal in front of me. Oh. I don't allow current people, clients as my friends. You need to have. Oh, yeah. We're no longer, like, if I don't work there anymore, oh, yeah, we can be friends after I don't work there anymore. But as long as we work together, no ma'am. So then Philip says, well, can you come, why don't you come and talk to me? And Tauren says, oh, he said, so he comes down to where Philip is, but he's still measuring. Philip is going to say, when I talk to people, I like to be able to look them in their face. Tauren said, oh, well, is this a formal sit down? Because I didn't really come prepared for like a formal situation. And he says, you want me to sit right here? Philip gonna say, how many times I gotta ask you? See, Philip, that's probably where me and you, that's probably where the conversation would have ended with me and you. That is probably exactly where that conversation would have ended. I would have said, oh, and I would have picked up my hammer, my measuring tape, and I would have took my happy ass back down them steps to Don Juan, and I would have said, sir, clearly there's been some miscommunication around here because whoever that is that's in that room right there got me fucked up. I appreciate the second chance. I appreciate the second opportunity, but I don't know who that is, and I'm gonna tell you what he not gonna do. That's how that would have went down. I would have went back to Don Juan or Kandi, because remember, Kandi was in the restaurant while this was going on too. I would have went to Don Juan or Kandi, because let's be clear, Tauren wasn't wrong when he told Philip, well, Kandi is the person who asked me to come back. Because Philip was like, well, I need to talk to you because I need to see if you're going to be a good fit, because if I don't think you're a good fit, then it's not a done deal that you're coming back. And Tauren's thing was, but you ain't the one that asked me to come back. The owner asked me to come back. So if there's a problem, you need to take that up with Kandi. And he wasn't, listen, I'm sorry, he wasn't wrong. Because Kandi absolutely asked him to come back. He had a whole conversation with Don Juan. If you wanted to talk to that man, you should have been downstairs where Don Juan was when he was showing up. Because it's clear that him and Don Juan had set that time. It is clear that Don Juan knew he was coming at whatever time that was that Tauren showed up. So if you needed to have a conversation with Tauren, you should have been downstairs in that room where Don Juan was. And that way, there's no middleman. There's no back and forth. There's no telephone tag. All the questions are being asked and answered. But for you to talk to that man the way you was talking to him and coming at him, like, you was real disrespectful, Philip. And Tauren got you all the way together, and I was here for it. Listen, I get it that you have inherited a very dysfunctional situation. And last week, when Shawana came at you, I had your back. I supported you. I had your back. I defended you in my review, and I defended you on this live. I did that last week. I absolutely did that last week. But at the end of the day, the way you talked to Brian and the way that you talked to Tauren was out of pocket, and it was unnecessary. DMV, I can't remember that woman's name. Listen. Lord, you right. What pulls my teeth? Don Juan and Philip, they do act very much alike. But again, Philip talking about he wants to open up his own restaurant. It'll be closed in 6 months because ain't nobody gonna keep letting you talk to them crazy. Shoot, you're not gonna keep talking to people like you crazy. That is not how you build up a staff. Now that goes back to what y'all was saying last week about coaching up. Now that is where that is where we're talking about you coaching people up. Tauren, you had no reason to come at Tauren like that. None. Really be is just as bad as Aunt Bertha with listen. Me and Aunt Bertha are the same. When it come to that, we on the same page. Cause child. They need a managers meetings because they're all over. They do. They absolutely need, and they should be having regular managers meetings, especially with them bringing these old people back. Like there does need to be some conversations. There do need to be conversations about them bringing these old people back, especially. And again, Tauren wouldn't have got a second chance with me because of the way he left. But since they made a decision to bring him back, yes, a conversation needs to be had. But all of them should have been there together. But for Philip to come at, like Tauren said, I wasn't really prepared for a sit down. And he asked him, he said, "Is this an interview?" And he said, "Well, my name is Tauren. This is what I did. This is who I was." And he even said, the way I left, was very unprofessional. So he's saying, listen, I take that. I'm going to eat that. I was wrong. The way I left was wrong. I was wrong. This mofo going to say, oh, kind of like you came in here today. Tauren didn't come in there disrespectful. Tauren did not do or say anything disrespectful to you. You came at him rude and disrespectful. And I just feel like you was good to not get what you should have got. A team meeting with some icebreakers. Yeah, that could have been cool. You remind me of my dad with people's names. If my dad couldn't remember someone's name, they became Sally Sue or that not here boy. My daddy good for changing somebody's name too. My daddy just don't remember nobody. I be like, Daddy, you remember my friend so-and-so? That person could have lived with us for 6 months. And he'll be like, who? Daddy, you don't remember so-and-so? Who? And it'll take me like 20 minutes to give him enough clues and hints. Oh, yeah. And then he'll know that whole life story. Oh, yeah. I remember her. Her mama went to college with your aunt so-and-so. And I used to know them around. Now you know everything about them. But it took me 20 minutes for you to remember who she was. Okay, Daddy. The man was trying to do his job and Philip started with him. He absolutely did. I hate conflict, but find myself there from time to time because some people seem to want that work. Yes, Philip's attitude was very bad. It was absolutely unnecessary. And he will say, well, I've told you, and Tauren was funny. Well, I've told you everything about me. I don't know anything about you. And Philip will say, well, I don't feel like I need to tell you who I am and give you my qualifications. You're not on my level or something to that effect. Y'all, I'm just telling you that conversation would have been so over. Well, when I come to visit, I'm sure going to beg your mom for cake. Child, my daddy got everybody that went to Bennett. Everybody that I be like, Daddy, they went to Bennett. Oh, okay. I just leave it at that. That's as far as we're gonna get. Daddy, they went to Bennett with me. Oh, okay. Right. And again, I don't feel like Philip needed to lay out his whole life story to Tauren, but I feel like he could have said, well, because he was like, well, the hierarchy around here is Kandi and Don Juan and then me. Okay. So by your own admission, Kandi has a higher is higher on the food chain than you. So the fact that Kandi is the one who gave me my job back, that should nullify this whole conversation, right? This conversation should be over. Because Kandi's higher on the food chain than you, and Kandi hired me. So actually, he said Kandi and Don Juan. So the fact that I literally just had a meeting with Don Juan, and Kandi is the person that hired me, that should nullify this whole conversation. This whole conversation. Philip would have me back in my early 20s fighting at work, child. I was like, so anyways, yeah, Philip was, like I said, last week, I was with Philip. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But baby, Philip, you were absolutely, utterly over the top, doing too much, team too much, all of the above, and you were rude. And that is not going to endear anybody to want to work for you now or in the future. Who, like, can y'all imagine him actually running his own restaurant? Shabba. Why every time I watch this show, I want something to eat? The food does look good. Now, I ain't lying. I still want to eat some of that food now. I ain't going to sit here and tell no lies. I still want some of the food now. That's like skipping my manager and going by director. And going to the director. I think Tauren's what? I think you got cut off naturally, Mar. I would be mad because I have a shot in hell of knowing what it was like. What you talking about, little baby? Knowing what it was like. Child. You don't want to tease. The food is a real distraction. Look, the food look good now. I ain't even gonna front on that. The food looks good. All right, y'all. We getting ready to shut this down. But listen, I want everybody to go over to Yocrates. Little baby, can you drop y'all's link to his channel, please? We're gonna all head over to Yocrates' channel. Him and El Teddy are over there discussing what had happened with Ryan Coogler and the Bank of America and the attempted bank robbery that never was. Okay, y'all know anybody that is not familiar with y'all. We go head on over there to his channel. El Teddy is over there, and they are having a conversation about it. Little baby is gonna drop that link for me, please. If she's still, are you still here, little baby? If not, I'll drop it in a second because she was here a second ago. And we about to head on over there. On the way, thank you, Yana. Y'all going over there and get in that chat. Y'all get in that chat because we about to go there and talk about it. Because Lord knows El Teddy y'all know El Teddy is having a whole breakdown, child. She said, okay, give her a minute. All right, we're going to drop the link. Auntie Didi, but nobody's afraid of him. They're just aggravated, which is worse. Fear is a powerful motivator, but irritation is nothing more than a stump in the road. Yeah, they're not afraid of him. They're not afraid of him. They just don't like him. And the thing is, again, because Kandi is who she is, none of them are afraid of him. Because none of them feel like he's going to be able to, they don't feel like he's really going to do anything. He not firing none of them. Hey, Jason, what's up, boo? I got your messages, Jason. I have to sit down and explain to you what I'm trying to do. It's a lot to type, so I'm gonna explain it. That's Yocrates' channel, y'all. It's 88 of us in here right now. Can all 88 of us go head on over to Yocrates' channel, please, so we can go and join the conversation and see what they talking about? Well, I'm telling you what they talking about. They getting into the Ryan Coogler situation, and we about to shut this down over here. I'm about to get me some dinner and listen to them. He wants them to be afraid. But you shouldn't want to manage by fear. Like, that's not a good way to go either. You don't want people to be afraid of you, child. All right, y'all, we about to get out of here. Thank y'all for being here. Please hit that like button on your way out the door. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.